Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of the Elder-Scrolls II Daggerfall. In the last episode, we did Lord Kavar's quest. We started over here and doing the Kavar quests, which we had said we were holding off on, and I decided to go ahead and do it and take the hit to reputation, because I believe I could take it now, because I'm so far into the main quest. So we started Lord Kavar Part 1, and for some reason, Lord Kavar Part 2 wouldn't start, so we had to actually go through console commands and start Part 2. And then in between both quests, us doing both quests, we had a main quest pop up randomly, which I was actually not expecting. I was expecting to have a little time to do all quests before that quest popped up, but it surprisingly kind of popped up on us, and we had to quickly do it because it was a timed quest. So we went and we were tasked with by a member of the Underking's minions to go and locate a ring that the necromancers had stolen and cursed. So we went and found it and gave it back to them, and because of that we were informed by basically the Underking's minion from Orders of the Underking that King Lysandus was murdered, but the tomb that was built for him in High Rock is empty, and that he was buried in a different spot, and we don't know why his body is currently haunting Daggerfall and not whatever that battlefield was he lost on, but he was murdered before that happened. So basically we got a really kind of a political kind of mystery thriller kind of thing going on right now. So I said at the end of the last episode that we are going to be doing Lord Kavar Part 3, and then we'll be doing the main quest. However, and I've been saying this for many episodes now, and I'm sure that some of you who know this have been possibly screaming at your computer screens saying that I've been wrong, and I will admit that I have been wrong. There has been a mistake that I have made for quite a number of episodes now at this point. When I said that there is a 3-part Lord Kavar quest, that is technically true. On the UESP, there is listed a Lord Kavar Part 1, a Lord Kavar Part 2, and a Lord Kavar Part 3. However, it is not a traditional Part 1, 2, and 3 quest. It is a divergent path quest, where really what you want to call it is Lord Kavar Part 1, and then Lord Kavar Part 2A, and then Part 2B. And depending on decisions you make in Part 1, it can decide whether you go down Part 2A or down to Part 2B, but they decided not to currently call it that. So, we decided to ally with Lord Kavar in Part 1 and give him the letter, which meant Lord Kavar Part 2 came up, which we had to go in and break him out of the castle and Sentinel, which we did. And that is listed on Part 2 in the UASP. Part 3 listed in the UASP is if you did not ally with Lord Kavar in Part 1 and instead delivered the letter to Queen Akarithi instead of getting Part 2 where you help break Lord Kavar out of prison, you are tasked with going and finding him and killing him. So, because of that, I thought it was a Part 1, 2, 3 traditional quest where I would have to go down that path. Because it is a divergent path instead, I will not be doing Part 3. I encourage you on your own to either play it yourself, or maybe there's probably a YouTuber out there that's done the ally with Queen Akarithi and then go into that path of that quest. So because of that, we will not be doing it. If it was a traditional, like it was for Former Student, where you're dealing with the same person, Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3, then we would have done it. But because it's a divergent path off of quest number 1, I'm willing to stick with the original decision we made, even though I was under the impression originally that I could do all 3 because of the fact I cannot, well, theoretically I could just start it via console commands, but that doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right to me. So because of that, we are officially now done with the Fighters Guild. We are done with Lord Kavar quests, which means we now have just 5 quests left in the game. So we are, I would imagine, in the next 2 or 3 episodes, that is going to be it for our journey here officially in the Elder Scrolls II Daggerfall. So, with that being said, last time on the Elder Scrolls II Daggerfall main quest, we got a vision from Medora. Medora came to me in a vision and told me that Lysandus' ghost could be soothed if I could convince Gortwog, Lord of the Orcs, in Orsinium to tell me where it is. We already know where he is, but we're going to go ahead and travel over to Orsinium, which is over here in the Orsinium area, and we will travel straight up to Orsinium, if I can spell it correctly. There we go. And man, oh man, we're reaching the kind of boiling point here of the main story. We were reaching the climax. I'm really excited to find out who assassinated Lysandus. A pile of wood and a few tents can be seen close by. You notice no fire has been burned, and there are no obvious signs anyone has been here recently. Something seems off. Proceed with caution. No. Who wants some? Anybody? Cool. So, we're going to go in here and talk to Gortwog. We're going to have to probably kill a couple orcs. 3 to be exact, 'cause that's normally how many spawn in here. So it's you need to die, you need to die, and then the shaman over here needs to die. You can't hit me. See, he told you couldn't hit me. Okay, Gortwog. You need to be honest with me and tell me what I need to know. So Medora wants the dust of Restless death. Only because I respect the memory of King Lysandus will I do this. The dust can be found in ruins of the old Greenton shack on her own island. Tell Medora that the price is her support of my claim to the heart. She'll know what it means. I think I also know what that means. Okay, so we gotta go to the ruins of the old Greenton shack. We don't need to fight you. We're actually gonna get on out of here because we gotta go to the Isle of Balfura. It's where we need to go, so let's go ahead and travel to the Isle of Balfura. Look for shack. The ruins of old Greenton shack. Great. Can we travel by ship? We can't travel by ship. Completely understandable. We're not on the coast. And there is the little hobbit hole looking thing, so we can actually go over here to this little hill. Hello, Fire Atronach. Goodbye, Fire Atronach. Really? No, no, no. Okay. I can cast magic too, and unlike you, I was able to hit with mine. Okay. We can recall, anchor, rest. We can call this dust start. I do not believe I have a locator device on me. I believed I used the last one. I did use the last one, so let's grab a locator device. Let's drop off all the gold we have. And let's begin. We will go left. So, we are reaching the climax here of... Oh, okay, level 12 door. And wraiths. Okay, well, not the most terrifying enemy behind the things. I'm now a little paranoid that what we're needing is in loot piles, so I'm going to be checking loot piles from now on. Any hidden rooms in there? Absolutely not. So we are reaching the climax of who killed King Lysandus, and I wonder what are my theories. Obviously, the first one that comes to mind for me is did Queen the people at Castle Wayrest, did they kind of have some kind of plan to kill King Lysandus to get Apka-I to become queen? Because in Wayrest there is that princess who betrayed me in that quest line and made me deliver a coat that instantly kills them, which makes me automatically suspicious of not only her, but of that entire family and of that entire castle. Ooh, a door. Okay, well, nothing in here that's super necessary. So I don't really see anyone within, we can levitate through here even though it's almost never in the water. I don't really foresee anyone in Castle Sentinel being the person that officially ordered the hit. The only thing we've really done in Castle Sentinel really is just really found that really sad, tragic story of how the king and queen killed their oldest son because he was, sick, and that was just sad. That's the only real story we've found at Castle Sentinel. So it's really I don't foresee it being, the king's own son, whose name I completely forget, because we're really just dealing with again, I said this in, I think, in the previous episode. I said that it's really interesting for a game made in 1996 that they are deciding to go and play against the trope, typically, that are in the fantasy genre, of it being when there is a political thriller, which is what I'm kind of considering this main quest to be, this political thriller mystery thing, is typically when that happens, you're dealing with a lot of male leaders. It's interesting to see that they decided to kind of go the exact opposite route, and the most memorable NPCs that you're dealing with in the main quests are the women. It's really interesting. Oh, hello. I don't want to face you. Thank you. Really? There we go. It's really interesting that is the way they decide to go, and it's a nice refreshing change. They decided to not play into that kind of somewhat overplayed trope. I'm not saying trope as in it's a bad thing. Obviously it's a trope for a reason because it has historically worked. But it's nice to see a little a change in the typical status quo. So because of that, it does possibly lead me to believe that it really was possibly a combination of Baron Zaya and the princess, along with Apka-I, all having this plan to kill Lysandus, for Apka-I and her husband to take control, and eventually lead possibly towards a combination where those families are now technically both ruling Daggerfall and Wayrest. Is kind of where my mind is immediately going. Hello, no, you're a mummy. I thought you were a lich. I don't care if you're a mummy. You don't. As long as it was a mummy and not a lich, that's the only thing that matters. So yeah, I guess that's kind of my prevailing theory at the moment. It does really kind of seem though that we've got this overarching kind of pressing matter though that involves Numidium, I believe is the construct's name, and the idea of the totem of Tiber Septum. So we've got that kind of okay, I need you to die, having that kind of overarching in our mind, as that's going to play a major part, I would imagine, in the next number of quests. I feel like we're definitely ramping up towards having a major deal with that, possibly coming straight up into being into the fruition, and actually has happened to go and possibly find the totem of Tiber Septum. Okay, you need to die. Do I have enough of this explored? I do have enough of this explored. Where you at? Oh, we're actually somewhere near it. I just need to kind of get up. So that is not a way up? We could theoretically get up from there, but let's go this direction instead. This way, and okay. We're right here on it. Oh, we missed it is what we did. Oh. This is why I need to search people. Okay. We'll take you. Some of its message is now illegible. Lady Favor, they intend to slay him. I am sending orders to stop You must support me. If the Empire finds I have attacked royal advisors of then there are assassins. My people will never win the same status and respect as the Kashians. However, with your support, a hero of the Empire, and win respect for my people, Gortwog, war. Okay, so let's try and get this. Lady Medora, something about a favor. They're intending to slay King Lysandus. I am sending something to stop him. You must support me. If the Empire finds I have attacked royal advisors of Wayrest, something. Even if they are assassins, my people will never win the same status and respect as the Khajiit. Something. Argonians, maybe. However, with your support, I can be a hero of the Empire and respect for my people, Gortwog. Okay. I'm assuming that was also what we needed, that lich dust thing. I'm assuming this. I will look at you. You're just a sapphire. So yeah, I'm assuming that was it. So we can maybe recall out of here and get out of here and travel on over to where do we need to go? I have spoken with Gortwog. He claims the rest can be found in the ruins shack on the isle. He also instructed me to tell Medora that she must support his claim. I'm assuming we now go back to Doreni Tower, maybe? Even though she can technically leave Doreni Tower. I don't know why she would stay in Doreni Tower, but possibly that's where she is still. I believe I've done this quest correctly. I could be completely wrong, and that's not what we need, but it does say Lich Dust, not Dust of what is it? The Dust of Restless Death or whatever it was. Okay, I need to just speed run this area because I don't want to have to fight all the way here. So it's activate that, screw all of you people, and then we need to actually make a recall right here as an anchor because I don't want to have to run back. Then it's here, excuse me, go through here, go through this door, go up this, nope, go up the stairs, thank you very much, click that door, then it's in here, it's activate this chain, it's get ready to cast fireball there, get ready to cast fireball again, cast fireball right there, and there, and there. Can I rest? Thank you, because I'd like to be able to run. I will take a full magic bar, please. Thank you. It's going here. Then it's here, 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 here. No, I went the wrong way. It's here, here, here. This way, then down. Over here, down again. Activate this lever. Activate that lever. In this door, all the take out my sword because I'm gonna have to fight these two wraiths and then these lich. This one lich. One down. Two down. Goodbye to you. Talk to Medora. Hello, Medora. This is indeed the Dust of Restless Death. As for that letter, it was Gortwog to me, though I never got it. I heard from him later that his orc warriors were slain attempting to ambush the assassins. Gortwog and his orcs are not the villains most people see them as. Edwire and the court of Wayrest have never been particularly loyal to the Empire. To assassinate a king is treason. I knew it was something to do with the Wayrest had done this. I will have my revenge, but first I must find out why Edwire would risk this. I will need a month to prepare the dust. Come back to me at that time, and I will give it to you, along with the instructions for its use. I thought I told you it would take a month. Powder's not ready yet. Come back later. I will be back in a month. So let's teleport on out of here, and I guess let's do a little... Well, first off, I think that is the end of that quest. Let me just quickly check. Alright, that was the end of that quest, so I've went and marked it as complete. I can't travel with enemies nearby. What enemies? Oh, that enemy is currently nearby. Okay. Are you friendly? You're not attacking me. Well, if you're not attacking me, I don't feel like attacking you. That doesn't just feel ethically right. I'm just a stone cold murderer, as I say, as I'm a member of the Dark Brotherhood, but... can I travel now? Okay, we need 30 some odd days, so that'll probably be what? I would imagine Gothway Garden back. So, Gothway Garden, travel. While I am here, what time is it? Okay, well, it's 6:50 at night, so actually not. I want to, before the end of the game, I want to buy a house, possibly here in Gothway Garden, and I need to remember as a knight I have a free house, which after we deal with the ghosts in Daggerfall will be in Daggerfall if we can't get it. But, so, remind me, and by remind me, I will already have this recorded by the time this episode goes out, so I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to myself to remind myself to get that done. Okay, we need to go back to Darrini Tower because it's been absolutely a month. It's been going to be close to 2 months by the time we get back there. Wonderful. Oh, it is super foggy. I love the fog aesthetic. I really do. I think it adds a nice ambiance to the game. Alright, where's the door? There's the door. Okay, we're going to go and cast Recall Anchor. We're going to call this Dust Part... No, we're not going to call this Dust Part 2. This is going to be called, what are we doing with the dust? I think we're using it to soothe, so we're going to call this Soothe Start. I cannot rest, of course, so we're going to, again, you guys just saw the speed run again, but we're going to speed run it once again simply because that is my one complaint is there's so many missions in Darrini Tower that it doesn't seem viable for me to actually have to sit here and do a full clear of the dungeon time and time again. So it's just better for all of us involved if I just speed run it. Let me ask you guys though, when you guys are playing Daggerfall and you get to Darrini Tower, after a while, are you guys speed running this section also? Are you just running past everything, kind of the Dark Souls, what I call the Dark Souls method of getting back to the boss once you die, you know, in a boss fight? Okay, you need to stop it. Okay, I don't have spell points, which is unfortunate, but I can rest. So I call this the Dark Souls method, where you die in a boss and you just say, screw this, I'm not clearing this area again, and you just make a mad dash for the final boss of the area. Because I can't be bothered to clear out this area. I cleared it out once or twice already. We're not doing it again. Okay, I'll activate that lever, activate that lever. But these enemies down here, these two wraiths and then the lich have to die, obviously, because it's right here where we need to be. Okay, you need to die. You need to die. And then... Okay, no, thank you. You need to die as well. Apparently I cannot rest. That's perfectly fine and understandable. Hello, Medora. The powder is ready. All you need to do is sprinkle it on his true corpse. I must warn you, it will not put his shade to rest, but will soothe it sufficiently to allow you a chance to speak with him. The final exorcism is for Lysandus to choose. I do not know where he was buried. I do know that it is not on the field of Cringane, where they erected that monument for him. If you do speak to him, could you tell him I still love him? Death will not be a barrier to us for long. Wonderful. Let's get you into a frame, because I want to use you as a picture for the thank you. Wonderful. Let's go on ahead and recall and teleport out of here, as I can't get out. Thank you. Let's travel to... Where does it say? Medora's giving me the powder to soothe. I will not lay... now I can only need to find his tomb and use it. Oh, shoot. Oh, no. Where was his tomb at? Oh, God. That person told me it was at... Shoot. Okay, give me a second. Okay, I went and searched around the world map, just searching for the word tomb, and it's here in Menevia. Okay, Lysandus' tomb. Oh my god, that could have been really bad. Okay, thank god. Really? This is one of the most important done. Really? Bear? Really? Really, Spriggan? Really? Other bear and other Spriggan? Oh my god! What in the fresh hell have we got going on here? Lysandus tomb start. Oh my god! This is gorgeous! Got gargoyles, got fort things. Okay, we got two rooms, we got a left and a right. In Orsinium it was on the left, so I think that they would not have a second door be on the left for a main quest. I think they would probably put it on the right. Oh look guys, it's a vampire. Of course it is. Great, where's the lich at? Okay, we're not missing a secret room. We're not missing any secret rooms. Great. I did not grab... I thought I heard some... Oh my god in heaven, there's like 75 secret rooms. But before we do that, let me quickly run back over it, because I do not believe I have with me a locator device, and that is a very poor thing not to have as you're starting a main quest dungeon. It is like one of the most important things on the face of the planet. It's like having a compass when you're lost in the woods. It's super duper important. Well, I mean, maybe not, a compass is not the most important thing if you're lost in the woods. Like, maybe like a satellite phone might be the most important thing if you were lost in the woods. That would be like super helpful. But, you know, compass definitely within the, you know, top 10 most needed things, maybe. Okay, well, that's locked. I need you to die. I'm gonna be just 100% honest. I need you as well to die. And then I will open you, and I will kill this wraith. Goodbye. And then I will open you, and you need to die as well. Please, thank you. And then any other secret rooms? Nope, okay. Left or right? We'll go left, of course. There is a trap, so we will jump over said trap. You have to wake up pretty early in the day game to, as a wraith tries to sneak attack me. That is not going to be, you know, in any today's world. Is that a activatable skull? I don't think so. Let's go ahead and go then I guess to the right and get rid of that wraith. Goodbye to you. And this looks like it's probably going to be a dead end, but we can check for secrets. There are no secrets. Perfect. We can now go this direction. There's a head on a pike. Okay, duly noted, duly noted. I feel I am not the biggest fan of getting hit with magic, especially by a vampire. Please don't die. Please don't die. Please don't die. I want to try and get through the rest of the main quest without a death. Like here at Lysandus Tomb exploring. There we go. And we have to go this way now. An arm. Okay. That's obviously not concerning in any way, shape, or form. Left or right, we will go left, of course. And we will get rid of that vampire. Go up here, and we will get rid of that vampire. And up here, there are going to be possibly a star door. I feel like we've not had a star door in a while. It's been a hot minute since we've had a star door. It seems like we are overdue for one. So where are you at, star? Okay, well maybe not that direction. Okay, what is this way? Oh, it's a stairway down. Love a stairway down. I love being a stairway down. I need to just be straight up. I need to kill you, and you as well. You need to die. I'm okay. Well, you took 2 fireballs. You are very resilient. So bravo to you. Can rest over here. I am. Uh-oh. Did you see that? You were. Oh boy, that's not good. Then I need to take just a 2-hour nap to get some magic. Great. And I need to cure poison. And I can't sleep because there's enemies nearby. And am I still sick? I am, so I need to take probably another 2-hour nap and hopefully not die. No. And I need... No. And I need to cure disease now, and I can now fully rest. And there are enemies nearby. Okay, hello. What in the world are you? You're a nymph. We've not come across you guys ever in the game. I would definitely remember if we did. So it's nice to see that the game decided to save some enemies that we've never seen before until like the last 5 missions of the entire game. Alright. Actually, last 4 missions, I think, at this point now, because we did 1 quest, so yeah. Well, that vampire was super easy. That was a 1-shot vampire. Do we have enough explored to actually use this? Not quite. Let's teleport out. Let's recall anchor. I'm now a little curious because that does seem like something. Let's go left for just a minute and see if this is a dead end, because I'm now worried that it's not, and it is possibly also maybe a legitimate way to go. Okay, what is this direction? A different way up. Okay. Again, largely what I'm doing mainly is just trying to get as much of the dungeon explored so I can activate my locator device, honestly. That seems like there has to be a secret room. No? Interesting. If I need you to open, I'm going to be 100% frank. And we need to make an exploring save. It's been a hot minute or two, so we need to be, safe. Have we been here? Okay, all of this looped around, so let's go ahead and get back then this direction. So maybe both doors just tie together and it really didn't matter which door I went down. So go this way. And what is this direction? Nothing. Okay. Duly noted. Duly noted. So we need to go back up here, and then I'm a little already lost. There's a secret room? No, that's a what's the word I'm looking for? A stabilizer for a hallway. Okay. Then it's this way. Correct? Correct. No, not correct. Not correct in the... Possibly. Thought I heard squeaking. Or maybe not. Okay, then we're gonna go down this way then. Okay, I don't know what to... Interact. Oh. Okay, interact. I would have never saw that skull, so thank you, me, for being a little lost and having to travel back. I almost missed that. Okay. Let's, I guess, open. And is there any other rooms before we go in here? There's a secret room this way. Okay, do I necessarily want to go that way? Yeah, I guess I probably... Oh, hello, vampire, I need you to die. I said I need you to die. Okay, I apparently have no more sub points, so I really desperately need you to die now. There is another skull which we can interact with. Before we... It feels as if you entered another plane of existence. I don't like that feeling. I'm going to be 100% frank. I don't like the fact that I definitely don't like the fact that that has happened. I definitely don't like the fact that that has happened. Okay, well, at least those two things died. Goodbye to you. You need to be dead as well. Which one of you Daedric princes sent, Daedra after me? I would like to know. Make an exploring 3 save at this point. That's before we go down and click that skull, because I saw there was an interactable skull to be clicked. There is a star door. It's a fake star door. Duly noted. But at least there was a star door nonetheless. Okay. Ooh, level 16. What's behind level... Oh. Nothing behind a level 16 door. Okay. We need to go this direction. Okay, excuse me. We can... What is this way? Okay, it's one of these rooms. There might be an enemy. There is one enemy. And go left or go straight or right, straight or right, straight or right. Let's go right first a little. Oh, you can't climb. Oh, at least it was not a trap. Okay. I mean, it was technically a trap because it was stuck in there with a wraith, but it wasn't, the world's, most scary trap in the world. It was just a little, these are indicative a lot of the time of there being a secret room somewhere. There's a secret room back there. This way, and where's it? Here? I need you to open, Sesame. Okay, goodbye you. Is this what we need? Is this tomb? Maybe. I don't think so. Do I have enough of this Explorer to activate? I do. Oh, God, no. Oh, God, no. The locator device doesn't work for this quest. Oh, no. That's not good. I hope I'm going the right way then. Left. Well, for the love of God, make another save then. Left or right, left or right, left or right, left or right. Left. What's in here? A nothingness room. Love to see it. Straight or right? We'll go straight. No. Cut it out. Free action. Okay. Goodbye to you, Wraith. Okay. Oh my god, a vampire just decided to try and... I think I'm possibly diseased, and I'm possibly poisoned, and I'm just possibly dead, so hold on. Come, there are enemies nearby. Wraith, really? Goodbye to you. Who else? Who else? I just want to take a nap, people. Is it someone this direction? Hello? Can I take a nap down here? I guess I'm going this direction because this is the way I can take a nap. Okay. I'm gonna be honest. You need to die. Thank you. Presented with 3 options. Guess we're going this way. And this direction. This direction. This is gonna be a nightmare because of the fact I can't use the locator device. This is gonna be a nightmare. Oh god. Wait, I know this type of layout. I know this type of layout. It's this way. If it's where I think it is on this layout, it would be we need to go this way, this way, this way, Maybe not. This way. Okay, this way. This way. You need to die. Thank you. This direction. Oh no, it's not a normal layout. It's not that normal layout. Oh god. Alright, I am back. It has been so long. I've explored so much. I got lost 100%. I will fully admit I don't lie on my Let's Plays. I had to use a guide. I had to use a walkthrough on how to get here because I could not figure out where this thing was. So I'm here at this lever. Dear God, this has been by far and away, not even measurably close, the worst dungeon. It's not. Oh my God, it was a nightmare. Get rid of the vampires. Goodbye to you. I said goodbye. That was out of all. See how many saves, exploring saves I've made? It's out of all the dungeons for the locator device not to work. This was the worst one. And maybe not even the worst one, simply because I don't even know, even with a dot, if I would have been able to find it. I was lost, man. I was so lost. It was not even funny. I mean, bravo to the game for having such a labyrinthian style dungeon. I mean, really, that phenomenal. I got stuck here for over an hour. I'm assuming probably this other lever. There's no guarantee, though. I don't know at this. I'm past the point of where I'm using a guide. This here is blind. I'm gonna assume that. Okay, and now where? I'm assuming this direction, maybe. Yes. Oh, thank God. For the love of God, make a save. Exploring 9. Oh. Okay, you bring it. Ghost. Wait, are you the ghost of light? Well, hold on. Let's get you in frame then. If you are, I want to get. I want a nice picture. I want a nice picture for the thumbnail. Thank you. Wonderful. Okay, goodbye to you. Come on. Goodbye to you. Goodbye to you. Come on. There we go. Okay, now I don't think it was, so we can actually get a good picture of this. Wonderful. That'll probably be a thumbnail. Where to now? I actually have no idea. Here. Activate a lever. I'm assuming go down here. Please don't let this, like, turn into a lava thing. Okay, it doesn't look like it's going to. Get rid of that wraith. Get rid of... Come on, get rid of that wraith. This is beautiful, by the way. I mean, this is a gorgeous, like, tomb dungeon thing. The dungeon up there was a nightmare. It was a god-awful nightmare. This may be the nicest looking dungeon we've seen across Daggerfall or Arena. Exploring 10. Here we go. You ready? Interact.
You soothe my rage. I do not seek to be placated. I seek vengeance upon he who slew me. If you would truly lay my spirit to rest, be the instrument of my vengeance against Lord Woodborne of Wayrest.
Alright, if you guys were not able to hear that, I might have to jack that up in post in editing. Basically what he was saying is that you soothed me, but I will not go. That for me to actually pass on, I need vengeance against those who killed me. Deal with Lord Woodborne of Castle Wayrest. So that is what was said. Is there a pop-up here? Lysandus's ghost appeared to me and told me that the only death or humiliation of his murderer, Lord Woodborne, would lay his soul to rest. Lord Woodborne is a noble of Wayrest and betrothed to Princess Elisana. I knew it! He has his castle in the wilderness of Wayrest. Alright. We can get the hell out of here. Beautiful dungeon. Beautiful this part, beautiful ending. God-awful nightmare to actually be in. Hello, floating cart. I cannot believe I could not use a locator device in that entire dungeon. That was horrible. A small pool of blood, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, proceed with caution at this point, because I actually just want to get out of here. So we can actually mark that quest as completed. Check and a check. We've probably been running long, I would imagine. We did Dust of Restless. No, we actually got the Dust of Restless Death pretty early, and I took a significant portion of that last dungeon was cut out because I'm not making you sit for an hour as I stumble and bumble my way across that dungeon. So we can actually do one more. One more quest is what I think is what calling for. So let's go on ahead and do one more. Yeah. So I will be right back. I actually need a little bit of a break to calm down from the maddening level that was that last dungeon. All right, I'm back. We are going to Wayrest. Yes, and I'm assuming it's probably going to be a castle, or no. Let's just search wood, because that's probably where he'll be. Wood, Moorwood, Woodborne. Woodborne. That seems like him. Wasn't his name Lord Woodborne? I think it was. Hey, there's a horse. You're not just seeing too many of you just, out and about in everyday, world. Okay, let's go in here, kill the killer of King Lysandus, and in today's episode, I'll be able to tell. Oh yeah, this is the main dun. This is a main. Really, this is a main story area if I've ever seen one. Look how gorgeous it is. It's a main story area if it's pretty. Okay. You need to just be dead. Okay, you got one lucky shot. Good job. Okay, what is in here? Nothing. And what's this way? A zombie. Okay, cool. And anything else? No. Okay. There's 2 doors. A lever. A lever. Okay. Let's rest. I think I grabbed a locator device. Previously I did. Recall, anchor, one more rest. Woodborne, start. And then, let me levitate. What is up here? We got some ramps. Got a mage that needs to die. Okay, well, bravo. You freezed me. So good on you. There's an orc over here. Ooh, there's some loot. Well, I don't know why I'm searching loot. I don't need loot, but I'm going to search it anyway just to kind of see what's in it. Nothing of note. Okay, let's deal with this orc guy. Where you at, orc guy? Oh, there you are. Say goodbye to you. What's over here? Where we start dealing with level 18 door. Ooh, color me intrigued. Okay, we've got some stuff. Okay, we got multiple ways. Let's continue going straight for a little while. Go this direction. Oh, hello. I need free action. That's what I need. You need to die. I need to find your boss, by the way. Where's your boss at? Okay, we'll go this direction. Guess we'll still go north. Well, I guess we'll continue going north until we can't go north, or we can't go north no more. Okay, fair enough. We will now go east. And what leads this way? Oh no, this is gonna be another bad dungeon. I can already tell. Oh, this is gonna be a nightmare dungeon. I can already tell. Okay, come on. You need to die. I'm gonna be 100% frank. I'm not in the mood after the last dungeon and it's appeared. Okay, listen, Daikatana, me and you were having major problems. Okay, your brother the Claymore was a much better sword than you ever were. I'm gonna be frank. I thought that was a floating orc head there for a second. I was about ready to lose my mind. I'm like, why is there a floating orc head just, floating about the room randomly? But it wasn't. It was a potted plant that was hanging. Okay, oh, well, I'm going to let you two deal with each other if you don't mind, and then I'll pick up the scraps. Okay, I'm now picking up the scraps, and I've done a wonderful job doing it. We can actually make a Woodborne exploring. Theoretically, I feel like I need a level. I think I've done a lot. I feel like I deserve at least one more level for the end of the game. There's no guarantee it's going to happen, but I'm just saying it feels right to get one more. Nothing that way. Okay, we'll go this direction. Oh, hello, vampire. Come on, where are you at, the killer of King Lysandus? Okay, there we go. Oh, hey, look, guys, a werewolf. We haven't fought a lot of those. I do like a way down. I love a way down. What is down? Because down, last time we went down, we got to the quest. I swear to God, if we somehow stumbled our way directly to where we needed to go the first time in this dungeon, I'm going to be so happy. Oh, please. Oh, please. Okay, maybe not. Okay, definitely not. Darn it. Okay, I was so happy there for a second. I'm like, oh my god, did we get super, super lucky? I don't know what that does. Okay, that brings up. And what happens if we put you down again? You don't lead me where? Oh, yeah, you lead somewhere. Okay, you need to die. Yeah, you don't lead anywhere, like, super awesome. You just lead to a room of... no. Nothing. Alright, well, then I guess we'll move the lever back on up. And we'll go not that way, because everything we've explored is already that way. And... so we only have this way now to go. What is in here? I'm starting to think we may have gotten lucky, because this is a unique room. Okay. Every time I say it, it becomes a little less likely. But we've got a way down. Oh, this game really knows how to grab me and just, really think I have a shot at the likelihood of it actually happening. There's a piece of paper, though. I love that. What is that piece of paper? That typically means lore. And that is what we are all about. Letter. Ooh. No. Absolutely not. Yes. Page 7 from child. Oh, God. There's 7 pages? Oh, no. I need to... oh, please don't let it... oh, God. Please don't let it be what I think it's going to be, which is... what is that horror game? It was, that where you had to go pick up pages randomly around with Slender Man or something like that. Oh, please don't let it be that is what I think it's going to be. Please don't let it be that, where I have to go explore the entirety of the dungeon for like 8 pieces of a journal or something. Please don't let it be that. I beg of you, game. Anything but that. That would be nightmarish. Oh, I love these rooms. I love these rooms because of this and this. Okay, I like it a little less. I didn't like what was behind those doors. Okay, you need to die. And I need to be able to take a nap because I'm quite hurt. Okay, well, what's in here? Open a coffin. Okay, goodbye to you. This is a nightmare. Have I enough explored to... okay, I do. Oh, thank you, God in heaven. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, joyous day, joyous day. We have actually, progress. We have a locator on here that actually freaking works. Oh, this is so nice. At least we have a direction. Thank you. Thank you for not being as scummy as Lysandus' tomb was. Oh, I'm so overjoyed. This is a room with that statue, isn't it? Yeah. We don't want to go in there because there's never anything in there. Let's go this direction, see where this leads us. We eventually need to get over... We need to get back up. I love this. We're definitely going the right way. Hello, well, I'm gonna have to deal with you, otherwise you're gonna be on my ass the entire time, and I don't wanna have to worry about whether you're behind me trying to kill me. Okay, I'm liking it a little less, I'm gonna be honest, because now we're a bit above it, and I definitely don't like this other turn we're about ready to make, where we're about ready to go even higher. Okay. Okay, maybe if we go up, well, there's going to be a quick descent down. No, we're still I don't want to go this way. Okay, hold on. Let's recall. Let's teleport. Let's recall and anchor and rest. There are enemies nearby. Well, damn it. Okay, you need to die. I'm going to be frank. You just need to be dead. Okay. Now, let's rest again. And save here at Woodborne Exploring 2. Oh dear God in heaven, you scared the shit out of me. I just turned around and there was a freaking giant right in my face. Okay. What is this way? We didn't go down here, so let's go down here first. Bye to you, vampire. Skeleton and mummies. Ooh, not faced a whole lot of either of you. A lever. Love it. What is over here? A spell sword. Good. Really spell sword. You're gonna freeze me. At least I have the decency to let you, fully swing at me without interrupting your, your swings. Okay, goodbye, zombie. And nothing. Okay. That area has been fully explored out, so we can go back up the... No, we can't go fully up the elevator because there's this way as well. Okay. Gonna take a nap, though. Okay, what is this? Okay, well, really, mage? Free action. Oh boy, there's two of you. Okay. You need to die. You just need to be dead, thank you. And I can take a nap, thank you. And what is... Okay, a wraith. Okay, that area is explored. And now what is the complete other direction? This way. Blood, I don't like that. Ooh, double lever. Who was shooting something? Somebody was shooting... Oh, it was this orc shaman. Okay. You need to die. I'm gonna be frank. Thank you. So this has been explored. I don't know exactly what good all those levers, serve, but they are officially flipped. We don't need to go to this one. We need to go to the one above it. Okay. And now... Oh, is this what that does? I don't really care, then, do I? Well, here's what I'll do. I will be back. I'm going to make a cut here, because we have probably, at this point now, we're probably running long, as long as these dungeons are going to be, so I will be back once we are in some form of progress here in this dungeon. Alright, I'm back, and I'm still lost as ever, but we didn't actually give we didn't read this legitimately, so let's give it a shot. From childhood, I know that Gothrid would not refuse his aid, but I must bide my time to ask. After all, Elisana is still heiress of Wayrest, and I am her betrothed. So he's married to Elisana. He's betrothed there okay. So it should be that when Edwire dies, which he is bound to do sooner rather than later, I will be king. If it weren't for that bitch queen and her brats, I would and could be patient. Never trust a dark elf, the old saying goes, for you cannot read truth in their eyes. If Baronziah has her way, Helsith will be heir, and Elisana will be married off to some far-off kingdom. Margaia has already promised to the heir first told, but they keep her around to spread their poison against Elisana, and especially me. Baronziah doesn't trust me. This I can tell. I will deal with her just as I did with Lysandus. Okay, so we have proof that he's the one that did it. This fool should have agreed to support me. Gortwog and his orcs almost saved him. I'll deal with those subhumans once I sit up on the throne of Wayrest. First, it is important to solidify my power base. I can, almost certainly, rely on Gothrid to support my bid for the throne. If Helseth is made heir, I have a spy network equaling Edwire, Gothrid, Akarithi, or the Emperor. Perhaps the Necromancers and the Underking's networks are more extensive, but I doubt it. The problem is raw physical power. I do not have any standing army. I need the gold to raise it. Alright. So that is, I guess, one of the pages of the diary. Hi, everybody. I was just trying to clear stuff, because I'm not at the dot, and this came up. You're that high elf Bassett. You've been a thorn in my side for a long time now. A wiser high elf would have let sleeping kings lie, especially when I have gone to such great lengths to kill him. Yes, Fassip, I killed King Lysandus, and now it will be a pleasure to slay you. On guard. As you can see, this is not the dot, so I don't know what has happened. So, yeah, okay. Die, Lord Woodborne, you killer of King Lysandus. I'm sorry, this has thrown me off so much. I am done in. It is up to Gothrid now. May you rot in hell, Vassip. I most certainly shall. Lord Woodborne is dead.
King Lysandus is at last able to rest. The wraiths and ghosts of his loyal soldiers vanish as his soul passes to the underworld, leaving the city of Daggerfall to the living.
Alright. And let me see if I can find the text of that, because unfortunately there was a fire sound that was going over that, so it was really hard to hear. So give me a second. Alright, this is what the video sequence said. Again, there's no subtitles for it. So, King Lysandus is at last able to rest. The wraiths and ghosts of his loyal soldiers vanish as his soul passes to the underworld, leaving the city of Daggerfall to the living. So, that is what that thing said. We have 0 active quests, but I know for a fact there are 2 more quests coming. I just don't know when they're going to come, so let's go ahead and recall and teleport here to the entrance. And I don't believe I probably took anything, but I just want to... Oh, and I have actually just straight up no anything. The letters also got removed. So everything is gone, okay. Yeah, get out of Woodborne Hall. I want like my cart though, and I guess travel back to Gothway Garden, because this is end of today's episode, and next episode will probably be the end of the series. So I'm going to, in next episode, we are going to finish out the last 2 quests, and we are going to buy our home in Daggerfall, or we're going to get our free home in Daggerfall, and we are going to buy our secondary home here in Gothway Garden if we can. I don't know if there's a home you can buy in Gothway Garden itself, but I'm going to try to. At the end of today's episode, we are reading, I believe it is King Edward Part 6. So for those that want to stick around and listen to that, they can, but for those of you that don't, thank you guys so much for watching today's episode of the Elder Scrolls 2 Daggerfall. If you haven't already, go down and hit the subscribe button and the bell notifications to stay up to date on when new videos come to the channel. Any important notifications will be made, via the community tab, so kind of keep an eye over there. If you guys liked today's video, could you guys go down and hit the thumbs up button? I would appreciate it so much. You guys have no idea how much hitting the thumbs up button helps the channel grow and get recognition with the algorithm and everything. So yeah. So for those that want to stick around and listen to it, just wait. And for those of you that want to go on ahead and get out of here, I will see you in the next episode for the finale of the Elder Scrolls 2 Daggerfall. Goodbye. King Edward, Part 6, Training. The day Edward was to leave, the Archmagister summoned him, presented him with mithril staff, and bade him farewell. Back in his small cell, Edward removed his novitiate robe and donned the gray shirt, black pants, and red sash he'd worn to the tower. He fingered the sash lovingly. His mother had purchased the shirt and pants, saying they looked sturdy and maybe wouldn't show the dirt from the journey. Morlin had given him the silk sash with its embroidery of twined leaves and flowers, birds and butterflies and mithril, dwarven and elven metallic threads. But he'd waited until they were across the channel. Alier had said it cost too dear. She suggested cutting down one of the Morland's old ones to fit, but the elf had adamantly refused to let her have any of them. Edward smiled, remembering, and wrapped the sash twice around his waist, then knotted the ends carefully. He took the staff and ran down to meet his parents. He'd meant to fling himself at them, but Morland was alone and Edward stopped still. "Where's my mother? Is she... She wanted to stay and choose a horse for you. Didn't trust it to beach." "A horse? For me? Really?" "Of course, you can't walk all the way to Morrowind." "I thought I'd have to ride behind someone. Look, the Archmagister gave me my staff. Isn't it beautiful?" The elf took it and hefted it, trying a few swings and feints. "Good balance and weight for thee, I think. Light for me. Show me how to use it. Suppose I attack you." He used his bare hands, and Edward fell into a defensive position, blocked him, and then thrust the staff towards Morland's ribs. He danced easily aside, but praised the boy. "A mage should have a dagger, too. I thought you might like to have Tooth here." Edward's eyes popped. Tooth had an ebony blade and a hilt made from a real dragon's tooth. The elf slid it from its sheath and handed it to Edward, who took it carefully. The blade had a wicked point, and the edge was sharp enough to shave with. Mats borrowed it sometimes. He'd carved the hilt, too. "Are you sure Mats doesn't mind?" "Quite sure, Morland. Quite sure." Morland unbuckled his belt and slid the sheath off. There was a new belt for Edward of snakeskin, soft and pliable, and a buckle with a black rose of Morrowind on it, just like Morland's. It's from the companions. He knelt to fit the belt and dagger and the sash over it properly, and Edward threw his arms around his neck. "It's wonderful. I do thank thee and them too. Oh, I've missed all of thee so much." "We missed you too, son. Let's go, or we'll miss our tide." "I wouldn't want to worry Mother," he said, trying to sound casual about having a mother that would worry about him. "No fear. I told her not to look for us until tomorrow night, just in case, but we'll surprise her." "Good thinking." They made a good speed and reached the inlet before the tide was full. "Shall I show you how to use Tooth, or would you rather rest?" "Tooth, I can rest in the boat while you work." Morland shielded himself and Edward too, saying that Tooth's spite was no joke. "I could have shielded myself," Edward said proudly. "I'm good at that, but my heals go all wrong. It'll come, give it time." Evidently Tooth wanted time too. Try as he might, he couldn't get near the elf with the blade, even though Morland kept his feet planted and simply swerved his body, ducking and weaving and laughing. Frustrated, Edward sheathed Tooth and picked up the staff and whacked at him, swinging it with both hands. It wasn't doing any harm, but it made satisfying sounds as it thwacked against the spell shield. Morland let him hit, but stopped the staff easily when the spell had been used up. Edward threw it to the ground and turned away. The elf reached for him in consolation. Edward snatched Tooth from the sheath and thrust it straight at the elf's heart. The blade was knocked, spinning from his hand. Edward had braced to stop the thrust and hold it, and he felt the shock even through his shield. Then Morland was kneeling before him, nursing his left hand across his right knee, his face gray with shock and disbelief. Blood was gushing from his wrist like a fountain. "Give me thy sash." I didn't." Edward's teeth were rattling in his head. He felt sick and dizzy. Bile washed up in his mouth. Didn't mean so much blood. "Boy, don't faint now. I need thy aid. The sash. Now, Edward. Pack it into the wound." Gods, what a mess. The hand was half severed at the wrist. Edward sat down abruptly, shaking all over, but his hands packed the sash into the open wound. Then he wrapped the rest of the hand and wrist. "Take my sash and make a sling." Morland eased the injured limb into the sling and then released his other hand. He took the water bottle from his belt and drank it down. "I need more water. Where's thy staff?" "There's a well 2 miles back." "Where's Tooth? Go find it and don't cut yourself on it." I don't want it." Not many blades have bathed in Morland's blood. "'Twill bring you good luck. Do as I say. The tide's in. Aye, and first hole could be on Joan for all good it does us. I can't row one-handed." "I could." "No, you cannot. You haven't the strength. The current's swift here. I prefer to die on land. Edward, we cannot stay here. The blood smell will draw beasts. If I faint, get well away and climb a tree and pray." He climbed to his feet and leaned on his staff, breathing hard. "Stay close, but don't grab at me, no matter what happens." He took a small step, then another. "I'm sorry. Doubtless you picked a poor time and place to turn assassin. A good assassin always has an escape planned." "Yes, sir." Edward sniffed back his tears. "Sir, I can't heal you, but I can restore some vigor." "Can you?" "Should be of great help." The spell Edward cast shook the elf, and he gasped, but he stood straighter and firmer after the shock wore off. "I can do it again," Edward offered eagerly. "Nay, you have plenty of power, but want finesse. But 'tis much better now. Morland was walking better. He sounded better too. Edward tried to blot the picture of the entry out over his mind. They moved slowly, Morland leaning against a tree from time to time to rest. Nothing molested them. After an interminable amount of time of silence, traveling, they reached the old well. Morland drained the first bottle, and Edward refilled it, drank himself, then filled it yet again. We'll spend the night in here. There was a large ramshackle building, apparently deserted. The elf kicked the locked door open. Inside it was pitch dark. Light, Edward offered. Nay, I can see. Save your powers and stay by me. There was a skittering noise. Rats. Edward shielded them both without thinking, pulled Tooth out, and placed his back to the elf. A rat leaped and drove itself onto the blade. Morland swung the staff and laid out 2 more. Others scurried off. Well done, lad. They found a small windowless room and shut the door behind him. There seemed to be some wood about. Probably it had been some sort of storage room off the kitchen. Morland sat down against the wall. So, you can use a knife. Was all that pretense to pull me off my guard? Edward was appalled. He burst into tears, protesting that he'd never harm Morland willingly. I'm in it for jest. I thought it'd make you laugh. I was angry at first, but at myself, my clumsiness, not you. It was sudden thought. I love you, dear. The elf reached out with his good arm and pulled Edward down to him. That's worth a hand, then, any day. Edward sobbed against his shoulder while Morland soothed him with pats. You are my real father. Edward, I am not. Nay, thou art. Thee puts my well-being ahead of thine, and loves me when I least deserve it. Thee's been kind and generous, and never asks anything of me, save to my own profit. Thee'd give thy very life for mine. That's what real fathers do. And I've given thee naught but pain. He who sired me despises me, and my mother, because we are unlike him. We are not like you either, and yet you love us as well. I will do better by you, dear father. I gave thee cause enough for offense. I took thy mother from thee. You risked losing her because you would not part me from my father. You did not know me, and my father was your bitter enemy, and yet you took thought for us. You could not know how unnatural he is. It isn't in you. Granted, and yet the offense and your anger at it remains. I love you, Edward protested, but he heard an angry edge in his voice. And hate me. Morland's voice was so calm and quiet that they might have been discussing the weather. I can't do both, can I? Can you? I didn't mean to hurt you. I believe you. Am I evil? I was sorry I'd given anything if it hadn't happened, but I took some measure of satisfaction in it. Edward's throat was choked with sobs. He couldn't speak, but nodded in Morland's shoulder. The elf's hand stroked him gently. Did Eric tell you of the Daedra? The demons? No. Is it a demon that makes me do such things? I am evil, then. No, you are not, but the Daedra feed on actions such as that. They encourage them, and your anger draws them, but they cannot make you do anything. And they, or it's not inside you. But it is connected to you. I don't want it. I want it to go away. How can I make it go away? Why don't you want it? You draw power from it. That's what led you to shield us both from the rats attacked. Mana? Doesn't come from demons. No, but the ability to use it can. Look, some of your deeds feed the Daedra, but you draw power from it at the same time. Then that power is yours to choose. Do you have a Daedra? I do, and it's a big one too. But I think everyone has one or more. Some are stronger than others, that's all. But don't go around asking after them. It's not polite. I want mine to go away, Edward wailed. So you say, but pretending it isn't there will not accomplish that. Having a Daedra is a bit like riding a horse. You must keep control. The Daedra do not care for you. It would, as leaf feeds off your pain, or injury, or death, as any other, and find a new host. They do not think or plan as we can, and I do not think they experience time as we do. So acts that feed the Daedra take place in the moment, and while you are caught up in them, past and future cease to exist for you too. It is an intensely pleasurable experience, but it can also be very dangerous, and very addictive, so that you begin to think only of feeding your Daedra. You cease to think of the gods, and those you love, and even yourself. When you have walked too far along that path, you will lose the will to choose another. How terrible. What must I do then? It is terrible. The worst that can befall a person. Remember this night, how you felt. Learn to recognize the dangerous hunger from what it is, and think about what you do. You are young, and this is heavy for you, but you are not at risk. Ah. The elf's body stiffened, and he caught his breath. Edward guessed that the wound was paining him. Morland said that he must sleep a bit, and could Edward keep watch and wake him in an hour's time. Then he could set a lock on the door, and they could both rest. Aye, sir, and I might do somewhat more. I cannot set a lock, but the door would not latch, nor would it stay open, but would swing nearly shut. Edward felt about the near wall behind him and found a wedge. He shut the door and drove the wedge home with a chunk of wood. I thought so. 'Tis awkward to pass such a door with both arms full of wood. We have such a hoe in Gerald's place. Now anything trying to come in will rouse you, and you can use your power to cast a heal instead of lock. Why, well thought of, indeed. He freed his blade and laid it on the floor beside him. We may as well both sleep then. They slept fitfully. There were often scrabblings at the door and in the walls, but nothing entered their small closet. Morland cast heal several times during the night, but morning he pronounced himself as fit as one-handed man can be. He unwrapped the sash bandage and inspected the wound. The bleeding was stopped. The hand was still warm to the touch. It was no longer hurt him, nor was it swollen or discolored, but the wound was still open and the hand useless. Nerves and muscles had been severed, and some of the small bones broken. Such repair was beyond his skill. Edward, feeling the danger feed on the sight, turned quickly away. Morland grinned. You may as well let it feed. It's a harmless sort of feeding. The damage is done. I mean to starve, Edward said firmly. You can try to do that, or you can learn to control it instead, and still walk with the gods. I think we'd best go back to the tower. Aye, they'll be able to heal you there, will they not? I know not. At the least, they'll be able to attach it more firmly than it is present. And do not look so downcast. The skill to mend it is somewhere, if not in the tower. Saas is good with battle injuries, and there are temples which know more of the healing arts than the tower mages. Besides, it's only my left hand. He held up the wadded sash, stiff with his dried blood. The color's more practical than thy mother thought. Let's see if we can wash it out a bit. Never have I come so ill-equipped on a journey. I might have been strolling down the main street in Ebonheart. Thy mother will kill me. Right after she kills me, Edward sighed. At least returning to the tower will delay that. They came out into the bright courtyard. The morning sun was already high in the western sky. Not so, Edward. The companions are coming now. I hear them. Mara, let me think of a real good lie. Myth trotted into the courtyard. Here they are, he called back to the others. By Torgo, you are injured. Let me see that. We thought to row across to meet you. We saw the blood on the shore and tracked you here. What attacked you? A demon? A demon? What, in the open like that, in daylight? Gods, what was it carrying, an ebony dye katana? Myth whistled as he inspected the injury. Aliera and the others ran up. She hugged Edward. Are you all right, darling? I was worried. Then paled as she saw her husband's hand. You must be slowing down. How'd you let a demon do that to you? Myth demanded. It was the boy. He grabbed at my arm in fright, and my shield spell failed. It wasn't his fault. It was an accident. Ali, don't look at it. Edward, why don't you take thy mother to see the rat you killed? I want to watch the Saas, Edward objected, then remembered that it would feed his Daedra, but he might learn something about healing if he watched, which would be a good thing. This was going to be more complicated than he thought. Oh, Edward, Aliera said, you must keep clear in a fight. He killed a rat in the old inn after. Did right well, kept his head, put his back to mine, shielded us both. Anyone's apt to panic in his first fight, especially if he isn't expecting it. Saas came up last, as usual, elbowed the others aside, and inspected the injury, hissing. I can fix this. It's clean. He looked it over carefully, bending the hand back to open the wound. Then he brought the hand forward so that the edge of the tissue met. He was very particular about getting it aligned just so. Then he had Mats hold it in place while he cast spells over it. All outer traces of injury vanished, leaving not even a scar. Morland swung it with satisfaction, twitching his fingers. Thanks, Saas. It's stiff, but tomorrow I finish. My poor baby, Aliera fussed over Edward. You must have been so frightened, and you spent the whole night in that awful house. I'm not a baby. I wasn't afraid. My father was there. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was King Edward, Part 6. So for those around that stuck around and listened, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.